All right guys, and I am back with another video on the truck. But before I get started on the details of the truck and what's going on, guys, I got my first sponsor. And if you guys watched till the end of the last video, you guys would already know this, but my first sponsor is the Auto Repair Shop in Shakopee, Minnesota. But he is sponsoring the truck build, and he is the one that did from the headers back my full custom exhaust. But he fully bent all the pipes and everything, and so it goes from 2.5 inch to these Y pipes right here, and then I got cutouts to switch from mufflers to straight pipe, and from here back it's a full quad exhaust, tailpipes, and then I got these 4-inch rolled tips that are 18 inches long. So he fully bent it all and, you know, set it up, and I was just the one that welded it. And this took a full day, and he let me do it at the shop, so I gotta give it up to him. He's been doing it for 25 years, and he's the guy to go to if you guys ever need custom exhaust work done. So if you guys are in the area, I'd definitely give him a call. But now back to the truck. I got the sway bar link taken off of it. It's actually right down here, as well as I got some brackets right there that kind of held the grill in on the front. Got those taken off. Got the wheel well liners taken out. They're right here. Pulled the battery out. Pulled the cold air intake out. And let's see, that's about it for what you guys can see right now. And then if you guys can, you guys probably can't really see much, but I started unhooking all the wires to the motor, and I got most of them unhooked except for the ones I know the oil pressure switch is still hooked up, but it kind of runs down to here. So I decided, all right, well, let's just lift it up now. So I'm gonna pull the drive shafts out, front and rear, pull the skid plate off, and then I can look into unhooking and dropping the transfer case out of it. And then just trying to get everything unhooked. I gotta take the motor, trans, and transfer case out. Transmission's getting rebuilt, motor's getting rebuilt, remachined, and getting a little bit of performance mods done to it so it can move the truck once it's done and not have any problems. And then the transmission's, you know, a little rough. It was neglected, so I'm just gonna get it freshened up so I don't have any problems. So I'm gonna be working on that, and let's see how far I can get it tonight. All right guys, so I got the front drive shaft and the rear drive shaft taken out of it, and you know, wow, it actually opens up quite a bit of space. And I did the right thing, and I left an oil trail so I won't lose it, you know, all the way over here, over the bumpers, and there they are. So didn't intentionally do it, but you know, it happens. But I mean, I don't really care, you know. I'm going with a different color anyways, and well, you guys will just have to wait and see what that will be when the time comes. So now I guess I'm gonna take this skid plate off and look into pulling the transfer case here. So just gonna have to look for all the lines or breathers or whatever, all the clips, all the plugs, and yeah, this should be interesting. All right guys, and I got the cross member out of here now, and the like mount for the transmission, and I got the wiring harness unhooked, which I guess there was only 3 sensors, and this was also on a clip that I undid. And then I got the breather out the way, and then I unhooked the other breather, which I think this one's just from the transmission, but everything should be off of it now. And I got this one loosened, and I think there's about like 5 or 6 more, and I just am holding the transmission up right here with a screw jack, and I'm gonna loosen those, and then my dad's gonna help me take it on out. So I'm gonna get that done now. All right guys, so I got the transfer case pulled out of the truck now, and I actually put two bolts in the cross member and some wood to hold the transmission up. So then it is like, you know, free to just be pulled out. So now I just gotta unhook everything for the transmission and make sure that that is all like free of wires and lines and all that. So I got the linkage unhooked here, just undid the bracket. I undid this bracket too for the breather hose. This oxygen sensor is just hanging off the fuel lines, I think. Yeah, so I still gotta feel around, and I also gotta disconnect this sensor, just make sure that everything's free. Unbolt the transmission lines right here, unbolt that bracket, you know, just make sure that all the lines and everything are out of the way, and this thing is free to just be pulled out. And then once like that's ready to go, then my dad said the easiest thing would be to just pull the fenders off and unbolt the core support and just pull all my, you know, coolers and everything off, and then it'll just be, you know, simple to just pull the motor right out. But I also got to take my headers off, and then we'll be on the home stretch to pulling the whole unit out. So I'm gonna keep on working at it. All right, guys, so I got the bolt out for the transmission lines, and well, if you can see there just how dirty that is, I think I'm capturing it pretty good there. You guys can see that it's like brown. So guys, it was like a little bit worse than that when I bought it, and I had to drive it like 600 miles home. And by the time I was getting pretty close, I was in actually Minneapolis, and man, first gear, like in stop and go traffic, first gear to second shift was just awful. Like it was so rough, and it was just hating life. So what I did, like a week after, you know, I didn't drive it much, you know, made sure that, and I changed the filter, and you know, dropped the pan, dumped the fluid out, you know, just a splash, and then topped off the fluid again. Well, you know, obviously you can tell by the fluid that this transmission has been neglected, and I question if it was ever serviced before. So, you know, I don't want it to go out on me, you know, once I, you know, do everything to it. I don't want to have to, you know, deal with the pain of not having the transmission. So I'm getting it all rebuilt and all freshened up, new torque converter, as well as, you know, rebuilding the motor and stuff. So I'm getting all this done, and you know, transfer case, that's easy enough to change, so I'll just leave it for now. I'm probably still gonna clean it all up and everything, but I'm just gonna keep that one the way it is for now. And it might have actually been low on fluid, because usually you make a big old mess pulling them out, and this one didn't. So yeah, I'm starting to question how neglected this truck has been, but everything's gonna be all fixed up and like new again, besides this and like the differential bearings themselves. But the front diff is getting all new seals, like I said, motor completely rebuilt and all remachined, transmission all rebuilt, and then whole new front end. Yeah, I think I said rear front diff, new seals and everything, but same bearings. Might change the gears at some point. Power steering rack, I'm probably gonna keep it, but I'm not sure yet. And then the coolers are probably gonna stay the same. And then I don't know if I'm gonna do much with the rear end at all, so that's easy enough there. But if this one ever did go out, I would try and find one that is a 12 bolt, because right now this is a 10 bolt, and I'd try and find a 12 bolt 6 lug, and have it have disc brakes instead of drums. That would be the ultimate rear end swap for this thing. Disc brakes, 12 point, and then, you know, it's out there, but they're rare. So for now, that one does just fine. So I'm gonna keep that. And so yeah, that's the plan, guys. And I just wanted to show you guys the fluid, and I'm gonna keep on getting this all apart. All right, guys, so as you can see underneath the truck, we got some transmission fluid. So I actually got the transmission lines unhooked. There's one of them right there, and then the main one that bolts onto the side of the transmission, that one's already in the scrap bin because that one was bad. But as you can see here, there's the first one, the second one on the side of the radiator, and I got all the clips and the bolt and then a few brackets right there. So I'm gonna put those in a bag and get those all sorted out. But I got the transmission lines out of the way. I got this little air dam thing off, and now I got the oil cooler lines on this side, which I already took the clips off of them, which are right there, and I took the little clip off the fuel hose, and I just got to take that off with the fuel tool there. And then yeah, just working away at it. I definitely got to unhook the coolant lines, or hoses, and then I don't know if oh yeah, I gotta undo the AC compressor lines, which I'm just gonna have to be careful about that and let all the Freon just fly out of there, which is what it is. Oh, and then I still gotta take my headers off too. Can't forget about that. But yeah, so it's definitely coming along, and it's definitely a start. I moved my transfer case over there to the side, but yeah, there you guys have it. I think I might call it a night here. I don't know if I'll come back out or not, but I am starving, so I'm gonna go get some food. So I'll be back with you guys in the next one.